What's going on, you guys? So check it right. When it comes to hip-hop, the game is usually considered as a competitive sport where two individuals might find themselves at odds with each other, either because of jealousy, envy, or greed. Now, for quite some time, there's been a long-running narrative amongst fans and listeners that A-Reece and Tyson Sybateli haven't really been cool with each other. Not to the point where it's beef or anything, but it's becoming more visible that they aren't on good terms. Now, when this narrative first hit the scene, I'll admit I was in denial about whether these two were cool or not. And if I'm still being honest, I'm still in denial because I want to believe that eventually we'll finally get to hear these two on a record and them just silencing all the noise about whether they're beefing or not. But until then, we have to face reality. And the sad reality is that the narrative about them not being cool with each other might actually be true. Now, if we take things back to 2021, when Tyson had begun his promo run for his album Home, we had him feature Where's the Prince on his single Laundry Day. And if you're familiar with Words, you'll know that he was more than just another crew member that worked alongside Reece. They're actually childhood friends. So seeing Tyson work with Words kind of initiated a storyline between Reece and Tyson and whether they'll eventually be on a record together. Now fast forward to April of 2022 and we had Tyson drop another single titled If Found Bring Home, which featured J. Jody, who we all know is Reece's older brother and a frequent collaborator. Now on the record, we can hear Tyson say the following: when you drop a song with Words and talk to Imp like every week, niggas wonder if you're gonna have a song with A-Reece. So it's clear that Tyson himself had noticed that fans had been wondering if he would eventually do a record with Reece. And with him already working with Words as well as being able to feature J. Jody, while surely he was one step closer, especially because Reece was there in person for the shooting of the music video. So at least an exchange of words between them should have taken place in hopes of them eventually working together. But since that link up, nothing has come to fruition in terms of them doing a record. If anything, it's just been a handful of subliminals, especially from Tyson. First starting with Laundry Day 2 by Words on People Forget to Be People, where Tyson said the following: bench press and punch above my weight if they hate. Been a long year these days, fans want songs of me featuring their faves. Got no problem sparring, send the beat is what I say. Truth be told, your favorite scared of washing, I will not behave. So with these lines, Tyson still makes it known that fans have still been asking for a collab between himself and their faves. And if you've been following the timeline of how everything has led up to this point, you'll know that he was referring to Reece. I mean, he's the only top rapper that fans have requested that Tyson work with. And the thing about him is that he's down to work with anyone, especially a top rapper like Reece. I mean, it sounds like he definitely believes in himself and his capabilities to compete with someone who is regarded as the top rapper in the game, kind of comparing himself to a boxer and punching above his weight. And with him having the name Tyson, just like Mike Tyson, while it's only fitting. Now he also makes it seem as if Reece is too scared to compete, which is potentially why we haven't gotten a record with them featuring each other. Now on his mixtape Present, with the track Pattern Up, we had Tyson say the following: I got love for, but clearly it ain't the same. No good comes from looking down on your mates. Calls about working, then unfollow my page. We should share words, we already shared stage. Now thanks to Genius, they broke down these lines nicely, with the explanation going on to say, in this part of the song, without explicitly mentioning his name, Tyson Sybateli acknowledges his admiration and respect for rapper and industry colleague A-Reece, but he also highlights a change in their relationship. He expresses his disappointments in the way A-Reece has been treating him lately, suggesting that the dynamic between them has shifted. Tyson mentions having calls with A-Reece regarding a potential collaboration, but then notices that A-Reece has unfollowed his social media page. This indicates a lack of consistency in their communication and suggests that A-Reece may not value their friendship as much as before. The reference to Words adds further depth to the lyric. Words is not only a wordplay on the concept of sharing words, but also rapper Words, who was a close friend and frequent collaborator of A-Reece. So if I'm judging all the subliminals from Tyson right, it definitely sounds like he has been trying to work with Reece for the longest of times, but for whatever reason it hasn't taken place. Now according to some fans of both artists, Reece himself also had some subliminals of his own on Ving Rhames when he said the following: can't F with none of y'all new niggas. I don't even understand why they acting like they cool with us. Big bank take low bank, that ego might get bruised, nigga. You don't really want to play with me, I never play by the rules, nigga. So thanks to Genius once again. They provided some insight for the lyrics, interpreting them by saying, in the chorus of Ving Rhames, A-Reece expresses his unwavering confidence and disregard for the new wave of rappers. He boldly asserts that he cannot be intimidated or impressed by these newcomers, questioning why they even attempt to act cool with him and his crew. This disregard for the new artists might be a shot to Tyson Sybateli, who rose to prominence last year with the release of his album Home. September 2023 saw Tyson Sybateli release a mixtape titled Presents. I'm padding up the last song on the mixtape. There's a part where Tyson addresses A-Reece, where he talks about a strained relationship between them. He expresses his disappointment with the way A-Reece treats him, suggesting that A-Reece looks down on him and is not supportive of their potential collaboration. Taking into account this information, it can be inferred that A-Reece's chorus on Ving Rhames is a veiled response to Tyson Sybateli's remarks on his mixtape. Though not explicitly stated, the similarity in themes and the timing of the release suggests that A-Reece is indirectly addressing Tyson. Now, in the verse of the record, Reece also said, I don't even care who's with them, we still stepping right through niggas, ain't shit changed, stay two-faced while touche. So initially, I thought Reece was referring to Nasty, stating that he doesn't care if individuals like Mash and Flame are with him now. But in hindsight, he definitely could have been referring to Tyson, because as of recently, we've seen him hang around with individuals like Words and Mash Beats, who Reece considers as two-faced, and with them being associated with Tyson, while Reece just doesn't care. Now, if we to judge the whole situation between the two, well, it would give validity to the narrative that they aren't cool with each other. I mean, the subliminals between them would suggest that them working together might be off the table for good. And one thing about Reece is that he's less likely to ever work with you when he can visibly see you chilling with individuals he isn't cool with or niggas that he has a problem with. I mean, as of lately, right, Tyson has been seen with Mash Beats and Words quite a lot, and he's been working with Pretty Ugly quite a bit, who we all know loves taking shots at Reece subliminally as well. So with that said, the collab between Reece and Tyson is just a pipe dream at this point. Hopefully they can resolve whatever issues they do have with each other, and that's to say whether they do have issues or not. All I'll say is by them not working with each other, while they definitely robbing us as fans, because this is something that a good portion of us have been wanting. I mean, if I'm to believe everything that I've heard and seen from Tyson, while he's already admitted that he's been a fan of the boy in the past, which is why he wouldn't pass on the opportunity to work with him. So if it's a case of Reece shutting down any possibility of them working together, while it's definitely a shame and a missed opportunity to showcase how dope of a lyricist you are compared to an upcoming fan favorite. But with that said, you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think A-Reece and Tyson Sybateli will ever collab with each other, or is it too late by now? Comment down below. Anyways guys, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to hit that like button if you found the content dope, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. It's on to the next one. Peace.